Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Parkside, home of the Rams. I am Brian Briggs, current principal of Parkside High School and a proud Parkside graduate from just a few short years ago. Who laughed? Tonight we gather to celebrate a truly extraordinary individual, someone who has dedicated over 3 decades to Parkside High School, to our students, and to the game of basketball. It is both an honor and a privilege to recognize the incredible legacy of Coach Warren White as he embarks on his well-earned retirement after we finish the playoffs. Coach White's journey at Parkside began in 1989 as a volunteer coach with the boys basketball team. I would like to add that at that time I was a junior here with a full head of hair, not a gray hair to be seen, and approximately 50 pounds less than I have right now. From the very beginning, it was clear that he wasn't just here to coach. He was here to make a difference. His passion for the game and his ability to inspire young athletes quickly earned him a spot as the JV head girls coach in 1992, where he built a foundation of discipline, teamwork, and resilience. But it was in 1996 when he took the helm as the head coach of the girls varsity basketball team that his impact truly soared. Under his leadership, the Lady Rams became a powerhouse. His players didn't just develop their skills, they grew as individuals, learning the values of hard work, perseverance, and sportsmanship. And in 1999, Coach White led the team to the pinnacle of success, a state championship victory that remains one of the proudest moments in Parkside High School history. If you'll notice on that wall right there, Parkside has been in existence for 49 years. We have 9 team state championships that are MPSSAA recognized. The basketball from girls basketball in 1999 is just one of only 9 state championships. Thank you, Coach White. I think I see a couple of those state championship jackets in the crowd right now. For nearly 30 years, Coach White has been more than a coach. He's been a mentor, a role model, and a steady presence in the lives of countless student athletes. His influence goes beyond the wins and losses. He has taught his players how to handle adversity with grace, how to push beyond their limits, and how to believe in themselves. His lessons will last a lifetime, far beyond the basketball court. Coach White, we cannot thank you enough for your dedication, your passion, and your unwavering commitment to this school, and to every athlete who had the privilege of playing under you. While we will certainly miss seeing you on the sidelines, your legacy is forever embedded in the heart of Parkside High School. On behalf of the entire Parkside community, we wish you nothing but joy, relaxation, and endless adventure in your retirement. We hope you enjoy this next chapter, knowing that you will leave behind a program and a family that will forever be grateful for your leadership. In addition, we will dedicate a banner in our gym to honor Coach Warren White, a true legend at Parkside High School. The banner will include Coach White's final win tally, currently 476 wins and counting as of this moment, along with the state championship, so that all can see how Coach White has set a standard of excellence that will inspire generations to come. This banner will serve as a lasting tribute to his remarkable achievements and the legacy he leaves behind, reminding us all of the passion and perseverance that defines Parkside athletics. Please join me in giving a well-deserved standing ovation for Coach Warren White. I believe our cheerleaders have a few things to give you. Mrs. Jackson. There we go.
Coach White, I know your hands are going to be full.
That's okay.
There's that.
Oh,
And then this is the book, and it's got letters from former players in here and pictures all the way back from the years from 1993 all the way through. So you can see.
Love it.
For a minute.
You got to go through 3 more of these. Sheree, you're up next.
oh man.
Hello. I'm doing well.
Thank you for coming to do it.
No problem. 2 minutes, 1 minute.
As long as you need. Well, no, we do have a basketball game. Sorry.
Hi, everybody. I just found out I was doing this an hour ago, so bear with me. Booby. So,
Yes, wait.
I came to Parkside in 2004. However, it started way before then. It started back in 1995, 1996 when my older sister played on his 1999 state championship team. Who was supposed to be doing this? It's been a pleasure to be a part of this journey with you, to play a small part of this journey with you. As I asked how long I could be, because I could be standing here all day. If you don't know, Coach White used to take me to all these HBCUs when he realized I had the potential to play college basketball. We were realists. He wasn't gassing me up. He wasn't like, you're going to go to Villanova, you're going to go to Temple. One thing about Coach White, he's going to be a realist. And if he sees the potential in you playing after high school, he's going to put you where you need to be. So we would take endless rides to different HBCUs and trying to see where I would fit, where I could go, how I would feel. And I don't know if y'all remember that pickup truck that had that little chair that would fold. I don't know how I even fit back there, but we would just go. And he coached me and 4 other of my family members. So it's great to say that we might be the dominant family that you've coached. Between me, my sister Ebony, my sister Jackie, my niece Amanda, you've accomplished every accomplishment you can get as a high school coach, between a state championship, player of the years, several regional championships, Bayside championships, #1 scorer in the state of Maryland at one time. So I just remember you get me to Lincoln, and little old Parkside, I became a Hall of Famer at Lincoln in 2022. I'm the leading scorer at Lincoln as a Division II player. They were once Division III and they went up as Division II. But I just thank you for everything you've done for my family, everything you've done for me. Even when I was cutting up, when I felt like I was grown, and you had me in this gym running by myself. But I understood that I was a leader and I had to lead by example. So everything you've done for us, everything you've done for this program, everything you've done for the community, you've instilled the knowledge of HBCUs. I didn't know what an HBCU was before me and you start having conversations, and now I'm instilling it in my son, and he wears his HBCU shirts and he makes posters and he can, spit knowledge out, and that all stemmed from you. So thank you.
Well, grand opening, grand closing.
There we go.
Can everyone hear me? Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Let's get some energy in here. When I was asked, and I read the message from Ms. Pelot, I was looking at this thing like, yeah, I'm under 10. But then it was like, you're going to speak? I'm like, speak what? Because those who truly know me know I'm a man of few words. It's always one. But Coach White, there's 2 people in this room who are my top 5, my Mount Everest of people who inspired my life. One's going to speak after me, Andy Hall, and the other one's Coach Warren White. He gave me my first job as an assistant coach. He called me one day out of the blue, was like, what are you doing? I'm looking around like, can't lie to him. Nothing, coach. He's like, you're going to coach. I was like, no, I'm not going to coach. He said, you're going to coach. And now look, 20-some years later, I'm still coaching. But I think about that time, and I think about all the times we would go different places and Coach would pay for things. Coach, I appreciate you paying for things, because guess what? I'm now that coach that's paying for things. So, but it's truly an honor. I was part of that 1998 9 team that won the state championship. Those of you who know, I was an assistant coach, myself and Keisha Camper-Cook, and I remember going in that locker room, and I just remember we were all looking at each other, and he was like, "We're going to win this." I'm like, yeah, "Okay, coach, we're down 20 points. Like, we're not going to win this." But we came out in the second half, and we ended up winning it. And to this day, he's been one of my inspiration. And now, my team, I haven't quite accomplished what you accomplished. I don't know if I'll be coaching as long as you're going to coach and get the wins, but my team last year was runner-up in the state, so we're just that short. And I attribute this to Coach Warren White, who just constantly calls me on the phone when I want to feel like I just want to throw in the towel, or if I want to rant about my players, I can't, because I got to listen to Coach talk about his players and his team and his situations. But I love it, because I'm always going to get, our conversations aren't always about basketball. And ladies, I want you to remember this. Like, no matter what goes on, you'll never be able to take back the years that coaches gave you. And it's going to be weird. You're going to wake up, you're going to be at your job, you're going to be coaching, you're going to be doing what? You're going to raise your family, and you're going to remember something Coach White said. And what I remember is, he always be like, "You got this, son." And I'm like, "I'm about to quit." So just remember, if one thing that you remember, playoffs, we're going to playoffs too, and you feel like you're giving up, or your teammate's not passing the ball, you're not getting that rebound, just remember that you got this, all right? So just go ahead, compete, and then remember this, do it for Coach White, because he's given all of us years and years and years of opportunity. That this basketball saved my life, and it's probably save your lives if you just use it in the right way. Just remember, don't let that basketball use you. You use that basketball. Ain't that right, Coach?
You got it.
All right. Love you, man.
You too, son.
You won't stay retired long. You're going to be a consultant. Thank you.
You didn't say I had to follow Sean Tucker. Well, all I can say is this. It's approximately, we were looking at it, Joanne and I, it was at least 38 years that this guy came in the gym and wanted to help coach. And Warren came in, he helped me coach the varsity basketball team. It was a volunteer. But other than that, is tonight, this is an incredible honor for me to be here to recognize a man who has dedicated almost 4 decades of his life to this school, the community, and of course the game of basketball. Coach White started as a volunteer with me, as I said. I got a picture. I wish I could have gotten a picture of it and brought it here today, but I swear the picture looked like he was like 15 years old. And he was a little less weight on. Well, we all were. Then he became the JV girls basketball coach, and then finally joining the ranks of the varsity Lady Rams basketball team. If there's one thing that we all know, it's the Parkside Lady Rams wouldn't be here today without him. Coach White has probably called more plays, more halftime speeches, and this is one I know, and lost more whistles than any man you can count on. Every day, it was between him and I, we were fighting, we got a whistle, got a whistle, got a whistle. Let's be honest. After all these years, I think he yells, box out, rebound, in his sleep more times than he actually slept. What truly sets Coach apart isn't just his knowledge of the game. It's his passion, dedication, his ability to shape young athletes into not just better players, but better people. He's been a mentor, a leader, a second parent to most of the kids that he's coached to. He has taught them the value of hard work. He's taught them discipline, teamwork, and lessons that will extend far beyond this basketball court. His impact is measured by the countless athletes that have gone on to succeed, carrying his lessons with them. It's the relationships he's built, the respect he's earned, and the legacy he leaves behind at Parkside High School. On behalf of the entire Parkside community, we thank you for everything you've given to this program. Your passion for the game and the love of your players have made a lasting impact that will be felt for years to come. Now that you'll be stepping away from coaching, I have a feeling that you won't be able to stay away from this gym. I can see next year you'll be like me, sitting up at the top, watching to see if all the out of bounds plays are run right, the plays, but it's just being there for the program. On behalf of Joanne and myself, congratulate you on your incredible career.
Thank you, Coach. Man, here's to you. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Okay. You but man. Guys, I'm not going to get through this without crying, so just look for it. But truly, I thank each and every one of you for this honor. And it's been a great privilege to serve this program for all the years. Now, and so much just this moment tonight meant to me, because I'm going to cry, I'm just saying, just be ready for it. And there are a lot of people who helped me. I didn't do this by myself. And I want to recognize one of the architects behind the scenes during the summer who really helped this program get going when I first started coaching. I want to present to Coach Mike Morris. Now, you talk about traveling. Now, we can tell you some stories. When those girls in the summer off season, he was my off season coach before everything got going, and he had a van. And I mean, he'd pile those kids in there when we wanted to go to games or camps, whatever it was. He was the one. See, I'm limited in the off season back then, but he understood what we needed, what we were trying to do. And his two daughters played for me. We became such a family. Now, you guys just don't understand this journey. That's why I want you all to know who helped do this. You all will never know what they've done. But I'll tell you the thing that got me tonight was when my other daughter walked in this building. We had architects who really made this work. And the person who really was the catalyst for this team was our captain, Renee Wallace. And she came here all the way from Georgia to be a stand-up, Renee. Well, come here. Hey, come here, Renee. See, what you ought to understand is this young lady right here, right? This is my child. I saw her playing at the boys' club when she was maybe in the 7th or 8th grade, and she was up there running around like something crazy. I mean, she was fast and all, fouling, getting mad, having temper tantrums, everything. I didn't know who she was. I walked up to her and said, young lady, can I show you how to play some defense and steal the ball without fouling? And she says, yeah. I took her outside into a hallway and I showed her a technique on how to steal a basketball. I said, next time I see you play, I want to see you do this. And she came back and she started stealing this ball, making layups. And when she came to Parkside, she left here in 4 years over 500 steals. No one ever. She was one of my first players to get a Division I scholarship. She had a scholarship and played at UMESO. And for her to be here tonight, it just warms my heart so much because this was the stat. This is the 21 I tell you guys about. See, she wore that number 21, and after that, everybody who wanted that number said, you better be able to play defense and offense if you're going to be a point guard, because if she walks in this building and sees anybody wearing that number 21 and you can't play, she's going to come up to you and say, why are you wearing that number? And everyone after her, if you look back over the years, only certain people put on number 1, with Daddy put on number 1, because this was the standard that they had to set to do it. This was one of the architects right here, Renee Wallace. And I'm so glad to see from my state championship team in this building. Come here, girl. Come here, girl. All my state championship. Come here, coach. So I want y'all to see this. This is part of the 1990 state championship team right here in this building. I am so happy that they came back so you all can see. Guys, these are your big sisters. That's why they're still rooting for you today from afar that you guys don't even know. They continue to keep this legacy. Thank you all so much. I got to acknowledge Coach Kelly sitting up in the top. See, looking at me now. I was her JV coach, and they stole her from her, moved up varsity, but you know what? That's what I do. She got ready, and she's gone up. Now, she's become a coach. And she's called me up and says, Coach, what do you got for me? Can you help me? Absolutely. Like, I got to tell you before, I got you. Right? I'm a free agent now. I got you, Kelly. Right? We're going to do that. Guy, I want to tell you all, and my family is here. My daughter from Georgia is here. My daughter from Salisbury is here. My son-in-law, my grandson, my brother, and my nephews. And I can't also forget, Coach, stand up, Coach. Stand up, Coach. See, y'all don't, yes, you know you. See, she teaches here, but many of y'all didn't know Coach was one of my assistant coaches back when we were traveling down the road on the highway to North Carolina with them kids in the car. Coach was right there with me. So to each and everyone, Coach Hall, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to start coaching here. And all the time, him and Joanne, after we got done, they'd take us to Dover, and Coach G and I, we go to Dover, some restaurant. I couldn't wait for the season to end on, get that phone call. We got fed very well. But again, guys, I thank you also. But my current parents, listen, thank you for allowing me to coach your children. And I want to tell you what, the end is not here yet. I still got to coach a game tonight, y'all use number, and I got to coach a game tonight. But you know what? No matter whatever happens tonight or beyond, a lot of things have happened here lately with me. I have to. Tomorrow we're going to have the funeral service for my mother-in-law. She was 97 years old. We're still going through dealing with that. But through all of this, last week was the first game I've ever not coached my team, because she passed away early last Saturday morning. That's the reason why I was not here last Friday to coach this team, because you got to understand sometimes games and things got to take a backseat to your family. The things are much more important. And I want to encourage each and every one of you, like I tell my kids when we first meet on early morning practice, and they're coming in dragging, and I say, good morning. And they go, good morning. I say, what is that? Good morning, because you know what? And I tell them, somebody did not wake up this morning. Somebody's family did not wake up this morning. I did, and you did. You've got to be grateful and thankful for that. And I know sometimes they don't hear, we didn't do it when we were growing up either, but I'm going to tell you something right now. You know, I love what I've done. I love these Parkside Lady Rams. Like, we will be green and white. We don't care what nobody else says. And before I sit down, I got acknowledge one other person, then I'm going to get out of here, get rid of this game. But you know, see, Coach Barb sitting here in the middle, right? See, what Coach Mike did, Coach Barb and Coach Ebony took over, and see, she's a Wild High person. All her children, she had all these kids, and all of them went to Wild High, and until one day I met her and her youngest daughter and started showing her some things, and she looked at this and says, I'm not sending this one there. I'm not sending this one there. And she did the right thing. She didn't, with no cheating, running around stuff. She did the right thing. There you go. And that young lady came here, and probably all one of her family got to play and say that I was on a championship team. See, and so, but Coach Bob, thank you so much for trusting us and seeing what we were doing, and all of you past. This current team, we got business to take care of tonight. Right, we got business to take care of tonight. Right. And so as I end this coaching career in this fashion, just remember, say, I love you. God loves you. Whoever you practice your religious or spirituality with, understand this. We are all in this together. We got to learn to work with and sometimes through one another. But right now, on this day, I thank you, I thank you, I thank you. Please forgive me for this. Oh, I can't. I almost got slapped. Thank you, Mom. I got it. Well, I got one more person I've got to say, two of them. Rachel Ratton, one of my players. I remember years ago, and she was a role player, but we kept teaching her things in the game, in the gym and stuff. And one year we lost like 4 of our main people during the season. We were down to almost nothing going into it. And I remember that game we were playing Wild High in the playoffs. They had beaten us twice. Before that game, I told them, I said, we're going to beat them in the playoffs. But then we lost all these players. But I knew I had given Rachel things in practices and stuff we were doing. Rachel, today's your day to shine. She lit them up. They saw her play all year. They're going, we didn't know she could shoot like that, see, but we prepared her for things to be ready if you're called upon. She stepped up and did what she had to do. Rachel, thank you, and your family, thank you so much. And my last one I got to say is, y'all have a little Morris child. Come here, girl. Kara, see, this is her sister. Well, we were fortunate to, when she became in as a freshman, that she got to play with her big sister, because we moved her up, right, got to play. And after she graduated here and went to UMES, she came back as one of my assistant coaches. Now, Renee was an all-time steal in overall, but because she set that standard, in one season, she had over 135 steals in one season. So she's got the single year, but she learned from her to understand defense is how we got to go. Ladies, I'm telling you all something. You want to see some defenders, you'll look at them right here. I don't want to talk about this one. Let me get going. Love you guys.
Love you, Coach.
The state champion girls said, do y'all want to play a game real quick?